Yeah, yeah, yeah. You already know what it is. We out here at the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Hayes. We got Lance Woods in the building.
Yes, we do. Yes, we does. Okay.
You know about that?
Of course I do.
They Captain
It's Captain Sable, man. The click. People don't talk about the Bay Area and the landscape of hip hop like they supposed to.
Okay, talk your talk. What do they
When you
need
talk
to know?
when you talk about independent artistry, getting it out the trunk, literally
Okay.
selling CDs, tapes out the trunk of your car, no
Yeah.
record label. We talking about Too Short, E40. We talking about the early 80s, baby.
Okay.
We talking about the early and still relevant today.
Yeah.
To this day.
You know, did you ever add up the hours when Too Short said like what 10,000, 25,
Oh yeah.
250?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said a lot of hours.
He said it, yeah. I didn't
It
add
adds
them
up to like 10 years.
Yeah, I didn't add that up.
Yeah.
But you did.
Well, I heard Too Short say it, and then I did it, and then I was like, yeah, he right.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
No, I think it adds up to 20 years because 86 to 2006. Yeah, it was 20 years.
Yeah, and he was before 86 too. But yeah.
Okay, well, you know, that's his.
He might be short. He
his
might be
man.
shorting himself, man.
He's too short.
He,
You know what I'm saying?
he's too short on the numbers.
Come on, Too Short never round up.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
All began. I used to sing dirty raps to all. Hey man, come on man. It's about to turn into a different show, man.
Okay. Let's not turn it into a different show. Let's keep it the Inconsistent Podcast. Lance Woods, I met you in 2012. We figured out
2012 Bay Area Black Comedy Competition, Yoshi's in Oakland, California.
Yo, shout out to Yoshi's.
Bay Area Black.
Shout out
And
to the
this
Bay
is the
Area
crazy
Black.
part. You made it to the finals that year.
I made it to the finals. Yeah,
So you was in the final 3, right?
the final 6.
The final 6. Okay.
But I got second runner up, which is third place.
Okay, yeah. My memory pretty sharp.
Okay.
My memory pretty sharp.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact joke. And at that time, like that was like my first year, like my first full year doing comedy, like Bay Area
Okay.
Black. So I was
Okay.
like just trying to figure a lot of stuff out. And I had I didn't understand a showcase set. Like I was.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
hearing there was a lot of people that didn't understand showcase sets.
I ain't know nothing about that. I just had some jokes that worked, but I used to have these long setups.
Okay.
And then the punchline would work, but I don't think it was worth the setup.
Right. And when you're only doing 5
Yeah.
around a bunch of people doing 5,
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of real estate
Yeah.
for the long setup.
So you do 2 setups that take a minute and a half apiece. That's 3 minutes of setup.
Yeah.
It was a lot. But I remember you, and you remember Russell Parker?
Yeah, I remember Russell Parker.
Yeah.
Shout out to Russell Parker
Oregon.
from Portland.
From
yeah,
Portland, yeah.
He wore a whole team uniform set
all the time.
every time.
Yeah.
So like one round he looked like he was a warrior.
Next time he
Yeah.
a Laker.
Next time he
he a
was
Nugget.
Sixer. Yeah.
Like he just the full outfit.
Yeah,
You ever-
shoes and everything.
You know when you go to the gym to hoop and somebody got the full jersey and I'm not picking him up.
Right.
He got the whole
Right.
outfit on. I'm not.
He got
I'm not doing
the official shorts, and I don't think he played on the team.
it. Not practice, not summer league.
No, these shorts from '94.
Yeah,
these
he
are shorts Mark Curry had on
Hang with Mr. Cooper. Yeah. Mr. Cooper hat. So, but I remember because I did like my sets went fine, but I
Yeah.
didn't advance. But you know, especially early on when you do competitions, you think of every reason why
Right.
you didn't move on,
Right.
other than you're not good enough yet.
Now you didn't fly out.
No, I drove.
So
down.
you didn't have the like potential for a long
Yeah.
6-5 hour flight back
Nah.
home.
Some
Like,
people did. I know some people
right.
flew out for all that.
Right.
But
I flew out everybody there was not speaking to me. I might have been the youngest person on that first showcase, and no one was talking to me. And I'm coming from Atlanta. We are constantly in showcase mode.
Yeah.
In Atlanta. Like, Atlanta is like real cutthroat, get to the jokes fast.
Yeah.
You might do 3 minutes in front of a couple hundred people. You know, like Atlanta really gets you ready for showcasing. So I went up there and I like put it all out there. And then, of course, people wanted to speak to me after the set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so what's crazy about that is, like, I had to condition myself to talk to everybody.
Okay.
Just my personality, especially at that time.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't just the person who walk in a room and start talking to everybody.
Okay.
Like, I was just kind of more like, it's not even, I wouldn't say shy, just, I don't know what to say to these people.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so I would just kind of, and the only person I really knew was BT Kingsley.
Yeah, see, I knew BT. He had put in some time in Atlanta. Yeah. And like he came to Atlanta, he had a scarf on, he had the 2 watches and whatnot.
He had his collar
you know,
folded
I was
up
like, yo, this
with a saying on the collar.
Yeah, I was like, this is an eccentric dude.
Yeah.
But you know, I remember him.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
And then he came and he did Off the Chain. He still had the 2 watches. I was like, I remember this dude. I just seen this dude, you know, a couple years ago come through. Yeah.
So I knew BT and the people I met through BT.
Okay.
So at that point, and it was some comics who came down from Sacramento. So that's who I knew.
Right.
So then you walk into a room full of comics, and you know I'm coming from an athletic background, so you know how they teach you to be in competition in sports. It's like, don't talk to somebody, focus. You gotta kill everybody, and that's not how comedy competitions are.
That's not how comedy. You could throw off your onstage chemistry being weird off stage.
Yeah.
Like you have a weird encounter now, you know, you could kind of throw off, you know, how you're perceived on stage, especially because like them later rounds, some of the only people watch, not only people, but everybody doesn't buy tickets for multiple shows in a day. So you kind of want the comics to be rooting for you.
Yeah.
You kind of want to have that camaraderie and people like wanting to see you win throughout the room.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. Because that's the things you learn, is being likable is just as funny as being, just as important as being funny.
Yeah.
Just when you come on stage, just everybody liking you. But I remember you did this joke, and I don't know the joke. You'll remember the joke when I say it.
Okay.
It was about either not knowing anything about cars, but knowing a lot about computers.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you'd be like people will bring you their computers, and then they'd be like, what noise does it make? And you'd be like,
Yeah, there's a guy.
I'm sure I'm messing it up.
That I grew up around, you know, that like if I had something with my car, they'd fix my car, I'd do that, act out. Then I do like, I'll never grow up to be that dude. I'm not passionate about cars. I might be passionate about something else, like your laptop. You might go to outside Best Buy. I might be outside hanging out, and now I'm the mechanic dude, but I'm outside Best Buy.
Yeah.
On some Geek Squad stuff.
Yeah.
That was my first banger.
No, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm standing, like, I'm watching from the side of the stage, and I'm like, what? Because in those competitions, a lot of times the people who have those killer sets are these like real high energy, quick boom, 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 backflips, but you was just chilling and you was delivering it in your pace, and it was rocking.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck is he doing this? Because that was early on. That was one of, like, I'm like really fast paced now, but I wasn't then. Like I said, it was long setups, and
I enjoy watching you nowadays.
Thank you, sir.
I feel like you have some pure jokes. You have some jokes that I'm like, man, this would be funny in 95. This would be funny in 05.
Yeah.
This gonna be funny in 25. Like, this is just, you know,
I never wanted
35.
to lose that though.
Right.
Like I was trying to say, how can I merge Tony Roberts and Dave Chappelle?
Okay.
You know, that's
so
not.
So you should shave your head.
maybe,
if you going for that,
and get a Filipino wife.
yeah. You should go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, get the Baldy if you're
Yeah.
gonna merge them two.
But just in terms of like, be high energy,
Mm-hmm.
but also be like kind of like that whatever you would call Dave, in terms of like, you just want to listen to him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even if you just, he'll joke about
Interesting,
anything,
compelling.
just interesting, compelling,
But also high energy
but
at
just
times.
high
Yeah.
energy and big act outs and
Yeah,
doing all of that.
yeah.
But you know what I mean? I wanted to do that because it was crazy. I was just telling somebody. Well, let me ask you this: Did you have like? Because I know they changed before you ever got on stage.
Uh-huh.
Did you have a set, a special, a something that made you say, "I want to do this"?
Probably the Pimp Chronicles.
Pimp Chronicles is it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Pimp Chronicles is like the beginning of, okay, like this is still a thing. Comedy's still happening, and like deep into the Pimp Chronicles, when you get into like the space shuttle crashing and all that stuff, I'm like, that is what I'm on.
Yeah.
That I saw that.
Yeah.
I was watching CNN when that space shuttle crashed, and I feel this. You know, the couch. It's called a love seat because
Yeah.
you got to be in love to sit in there. All that got me thinking like, man, okay, that's a lane. I'm not a pimp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I had listened to the Pimp Chronicles more. Be in tune with your star player should just be something that you take in life.
Yeah.
My life would be better. I would be a senator or something right now if I
Yeah.
truly listened
Yeah.
to the Pimp Chronicles.
You know the brilliance of Cat Williams is he took some of the essence of pimping, and he took some of like people's perception of pimping, and that's all. He didn't take none of the ugly.
Yeah.
So it's like fun.
Yeah.
He don't even really call women out their name on stage.
Right.
He's
right.
It's just
like if a pimp gave a TED Talk.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just like a very hilarious, like logical, gentle.
Yeah. Because other stand-up sets don't have a like, oh, this message is to help you.
Yeah,
Other ones are like, hey, we're all terrible, right?
yeah,
Like that's like 80% of specials
Yeah.
like, hey, we're all terrible. Like
Yeah.
there's very few that are like, no, if you listen to me, you know,
I can make this better.
you will
for
be
you.
a more confident, better person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Pimp Chronicles. Interesting.
Which one was it for you?
It was 3. No,
Oh, I didn't know I could get 3.
because I don't have one. No,
Okay.
it was 4 things.
Okay.
It was 4 comedic things that I seen happen. That because once I'm starting to like, oh, I think I might do this.
Yeah.
I remember I was working at a elderly home, like a
Old folks home.
old folks home, elderly
Yeah.
facility.
Okay.
And I was a dishwasher. First I was a waiter,
Okay.
and then he was like, I can get you more hours if you want to do the dishes.
Okay. That seems like a demotion, but I doubt people are tipping
Yeah.
at the elderly facility,
Nah,
so
nah.
It might actually be straight
They're
to be
not
in the
tipping.
back.
They just flirt with you.
You could wear your headphones and wash dishes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would just be in the back, and when I tell you, I watched Bernie Mac's Def Comedy Jam set. However many views it got on YouTube now, I'm half of them.
Okay.
Like I watched it so many times.
Well, it's those sets are not long.
The first set, the 7-minute, I'm not scared of you motherfuckers. Like I
Still 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Your shift is like 8 hours.
Yeah, I watched it.
So
a lot.
you could probably watch it like a couple hundred times.
I watched it so many, bro.
Kick it. Yeah, we gotta get some more soap now, man.
I'm in the back like this. I ain't scared of you, mother. And the other dude in the dishes is like, what? Who's scared of plates?
Yeah.
I'm like, I watched this so many times.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it when I was young, But that's what made me go back to it, was I was just like trying to just find things like, oh, let me watch this. And then that, I was like, because everything else that you'll watch to this day, nothing else looks like that.
Right.
Feels like that, sounds like that.
Yeah.
It was just so.
Yeah.
It was like, you can tell if you were there, that was like the moment of all moments.
Boy, if you was there, that would have been crazy.
Like in like that moment, you can tell watching it, like, yo, especially now that we do it and you watch, you like, oh no, this was like an unscripted moment. And if you missed it, you missed it.
If you missed it, you missed it. I like watching Eddie Griffin's
which one? Oh, his Def Jam.
His Def Jam.
The Michael Jackson?
The Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Whoo,
yeah,
boy,
yeah.
you talk about ripping when he starts hitting them spins.
Yeah, the spins.
People like get up. The camera looks different. It's like, yo, did the camera fall? Like, what's going on? Yeah.
Def Jam had some moments like that.
Yeah, Def Jam had some moments.
It was that.
And now you got me thinking about early YouTube, because early YouTube, you just got what was available. Like, there's a lot of things that I feel like our generation probably boost up that other generations just don't have that connection to, because we only had what was there. So early YouTube, some of them old Def Jams were there, some of them weren't.
And you just watched what was there.
The Doug Williams thing was on early YouTube.
That was one of the things.
Yeah.
What's my man's, what's his name? Unforgivable?
Unforgivable. Yeah.
Like he came 10 years early.
Right.
He's like super ahead of his time.
Unforgivable, there was no business model for that back then. There was no way, like Tay Zonday made money, some of the other people that had cleaner content made money. If you was on there cursing and telling wild stories, there was no way for you to make money online. You just had to go back to your job and be like, hey, y'all know, if I grow my hair out, y'all can tell I'm the unforgivable dude.
Y'all know that's me. I wonder where he at right now.
I don't know. Come by the show, write the show. If anybody know the unforgivable dude, put him on the Discord. Set it up. Maybe we could talk.
What was his
name? Or something. I don't even know. I don't even know his name. I don't know his username or nothing. I was just typing unforgivable,
and that's all you type in. Waffle fries.
Dr. Pepper or something.
Can I spend the night tonight and for 2 weeks? If y'all know what we're talking about, look, I hope this was.
If you had a computer in 2006 or access to one, then
this was the time.
About. Yeah, that
you
was
would do
the
this
time.
and then change your MySpace background. This was life for us. I used to watch so many Mitch Hedberg clips.
Okay, yeah.
I used to watch any Mitch Hedberg clip I could find.
Okay,
I wanted in.
Yeah, that's somebody that had some mystique. When I started, like you would hear comics talk about Mitch Hedberg, and then they would be talking about how they were sad he was gone and stuff, and bootleg his stuff, and you just get a CD. I didn't know what he looked like for a long time, and then when I saw what he looked like, I was like, oh, okay, he looked like a hippie, like a '60s rocker type of dude.
Yeah.
But like this kind of fits, know.
Yeah.
Lance, where you from originally?
I was born in San Francisco.
You were born in San Francisco.
415, yay area, yee. And then I grew up in Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long were you in San Fran until you went to Sac?
I was probably 6 years old, something like that. 5, 6. Yeah. It was rough. It was rough in San Francisco. And then my mom was like, yo, I'm gonna get. She had three of us. So she said, I'm gonna get y'all somewhere a little safer. And it was Sacramento, which wasn't safer. You know what happens?
What?
When you're poor,
okay,
you're just gonna move to another poor city, like another poor neighborhood in a different city.
Right.
So the same problems that's in that city are gonna be in this city. That's how the ghetto is gonna be. Liquor stores and check cashing places in this city too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my mom is the oldest of 9 children. So
okay.
I think some of my family's like reputation preceded them. So it was like, let me get y'all out of this environment to somewhere where there's no reputation.
Okay, and that's
So
sad.
I think that's what happened more than and it was cheaper.
What are some misconceptions of Sacramento? Because I feel like us on the East Coast, we see cowbells in the basketball games, and we just assume that it's just country white out there.
Yeah, I think the biggest misconception is that it's the Bay Area.
Okay,
People who are not from, even people in LA would be like, "Oh, you in the Bay, right, Sac?" It's like,
Right.
That's not the Bay at all.
but it's so close.
It's about an hour and a half.
Yeah, but okay, is San Jose the Bay?
Yes,
And how San Jose is like how far
from Sacramento,
from San Fran?
from San Fran, probably about 30 minutes.
Okay,
Less
Palo
than that, depending on
Alto
where
is
you at.
that the Bay?
Yeah,
How far is that?
depends on where you at. 30. Everything is between 20 and 45 minutes in either direction. And be a lot of traffic too. So it's
Right.
that's all there.
So that's what makes Sac different. It's not 30 minutes away.
Richmond, Berkeley, Oakland, San Jose, San Francisco. Like this is the Bay Area.
Vallejo.
Yeah, it's the Bay Area.
It's something that begins with an R.
I said Richmond.
Oh, Richmond.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's
I only know
what.
what I know from rap docs.
Yeah, I
Only
don't want to start naming that.
I only know what Master P's told me. That's all I know.
The Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
Master P came and got a lot of game from the Bay.
Right.
But yeah, and like the Cowtown thing, I think it was like that, and I think that started when Chris Webber got traded to the Kings. And he was
Really?
like, yeah. When Chris Webber got traded to the Kings, he didn't want to come initially. But the thing that happens, and this happens to most people who come to Sacramento, they don't want to come, and then when they come, they love it and don't want to leave
Okay.
because it's because you are close enough to the Bay to get to it.
Yeah.
You go back home. It's like a great place to raise a family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's enough of a nightlife. It ain't.
I did see a lot of yards when I went to Sac. I was like,
Lot of
okay,
yards.
there's a lot of yards. A lot of people got yards.
A lot of
You don't
people
got to
got
be
yards.
rich to have grass up here.
Yeah, nah, man. But I mean, you know, it's like home. So
Yeah.
I have a skewed vision of it. I guess it's like
Okay.
it's like I've only lived in San Francisco, Sacramento, and LA.
Okay.
Like lived in.
Yeah.
I've been a billion places, but
You're a diehard Kings fan.
yeah.
Like one time they hit the thing to light the beam and the beam didn't light and you went out there with an all purple outfit and just was like jumping on the roof of the stadium.
I didn't know you seen that.
Yeah. Nah, it should have got more coverage on NBA Today,
Yeah.
but you know,
Put the
they be
video up
hating.
in post.
Yeah, we will. So Lance, what are your thoughts on the Kings? What are your thoughts on what they doing right now? You know, they got bounced out in the first round, but they had home court. It was Game 7. You know what I'm saying? Lost to Steph. A very, very tough series.
Game
you know?
set, and they was up 2 points at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
The third
You know.
quarter, Steph had 50 that game.
What's Darren Fox gonna do when he got all his fingers in the playoffs?
When all his fingers in the playoff, you know what I mean? You see you picking up what we're putting down.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
exciting
I watch
time.
your videos. You go hard.
Do you watch the game?
I do watch the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about basketball?
Kings games.
Oh, Kings games when they play the Lakers? I watch them when they play the Lakers. Yeah.
You got league pass?
I got league pass, but
But you
this
don't-
was my first year with league pass.
Okay, so you don't want
I like watching Memphis on League Pass because they got the latest halftime
They
and
do, and-
timeout stuff. It's like, yo, they just got some dudes dancing. They got some dudes strolling. You know what I'm saying? A rapper might come by. It's the FedEx Arena. They pass out everything in envelopes. Like, yeah, it's crazy over there. You know?
They got shooters
Mm-hmm.
on and off the court.
Hey,
So, but nah, it's like an exciting time for the Kings, man. You got to think about you bring back the full team
okay.
from last year.
Sabonis ribs, okay.
Sabonis ribs is okay.
All right.
De'Aaron's hands is okay.
Okay.
Then you bring in Sasha V. That's the EuroLeague MVP.
Okay.
They drafted him last year. Now he's coming to play. Hold on, I'm missing. Oh, then you got the 2 draft picks. Everything's slipping my mind right now. But you got the 2 young draft picks. My man from Baylor. Put it in post.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I think the only thing that you're looking at now is when they say they're not sneaking up on anybody.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, y'all not sleepers no more. People gonna be
but
expecting y'all to do something when you come in town.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the beauty of keeping your team together. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, well, we're not sneaking up on nobody, but now we got another year of chemistry. We got a full year under Mike Brown. We got what you call that? Like a
experience,
not just experience, but we got like things in place. Like, okay, we know the coach ain't going nowhere.
Right.
We know who the general manager is going to be. We know who's who. We know who the ball goes to in these situations. We know, okay, you know where your shots is coming from. You know how many minutes you playing. Okay, you know what you like. So all of these things are in place too. So, you know, last year they were a 3 seed. I don't see why they can't be another 3 seed this year or higher.
Okay. You
like the beam, people. That was the beam.
That's the beam. What do you wish you could light the beam for? Like what in Lance's life would you light the beam for?
Every time I see a pair of titties, I light the beam.
Yeah? You light the beam every time
Every time. Yeah, it'd be a lot of beam lighting.
Whether you liked it or not?
I've never seen some titties I didn't like.
Really?
Yeah, I just liked some more than others.
You're talking about naked breasts or just
I'm talking about
clothed
naked.
breasts?
I'm talking about naked breasts.
Naked breasts.
Yeah.
So wait, if you see somebody in their breasts and their clothes, is that not seeing breasts? That
That's not
doesn't
seeing
count.
breasts. No, that don't count.
That's not seeing titties.
No, it's not seeing titties.
So they have to be naked for you to be like, oh, I seen them.
Yeah, and it has to be full. Like if I don't see your nipples, them is just elbows.
What if they're breastfeeding?
That don't count.
That don't count.
Nah, that's. I'm talking about someone showing me their. I don't even want to see them. Like you remember when Jill Scott's nudes came out?
I don't remember that.
So Jill Scott's nudes came out some years ago, and I wouldn't light a beam for that because she said somebody leaked them.
That's messed up.
Yeah. So if she put them out to the world, I would enjoy them. But if she's saying somebody like, I don't want to see that. That don't feel right. But if someone says, "Hey, Lance, I think you should see these," light the beam.
So wait,
it's a victory.
Jill Scott's nudes got leaked. Where is this in relation to Erykah Badu being naked in that music video? Is that related?
No, I think she did that on purpose. Erykah Badu is a free spirit. From what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's put the video up and post.
Are there any rappers from Sacramento?
It's a bunch of rappers from Sacramento. The biggest rapper from Sacramento now is Mozzy.
Mozzy?
Yeah.
How you spell that?
Mozzzy.
Mozzzy. I feel like I should know that.
You know Mozzy.
Okay.
Blah da da.
Blah da da.
Yeah. Mozzy just signed to Yo Gotti's label.
Okay.
You picking up? See, look at the picture. You know Mozzy.
I'm seeing a bunch of like features and stuff.
Yeah. But
is this Mozzy? This sounds terrifying.
That wasn't Mozzy. That's not Mozzy. This might be a song. Mozzy might be on the song. That's not Mozzy.
Okay.
That's not his
Mozzy's out here though.
Mozzy. That's Mozzy.
Okay.
Sleepwalking. The wrong way. Think for the little case.
All right, I gotta check out Mozzy.
You gotta check out Mozzy, man.
Yeah.
But like old school Sacramento artists like C-Bo.
C-Bo.
C-B-O.
I was gonna guess that. I was gonna guess right.
I thought you said C-Bone.
No, I said C-Bo, I think. So far, relatable. I've
know
been
what I
in
mean?
traffic.
And you ain't have
You know exactly. Okay, I've never done that.
shit. You never grabbed your nuts on them fools that don't like you?
I never grab my nuts on anybody. I don't even know when to do that in a cool way.
You ever had,
Anytime I've ever grabbed my nuts, it's because like they itched.
or you had to pee real bad?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in a gas station. They got like a not open to the public restroom, and I'm trying to prove like I really gotta go.
Yeah, I would hate for
Yeah.
y'all to have to mop.
Right.
You should let me use the bathroom, and they give you the other key, and it's like attached to like a tennis racket,
Yeah.
and it's like this big, and it's a little key, and you do it. Then the bathroom dirty as hell.
The weight of the tennis racket's making it harder to turn the key.
Exactly, and then
Yeah.
when you get into the bathroom, you say, "Man, why is this?
Why y'all
bathroom-
locking this up? It's a wrap.
This is
The damage has been done.
look at this piece
Parts of the floor are missing.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we need to be locking this away
Right.
from y'all.
Yeah. There's just a hole in the ground.
I don't know if I'm supposed to pee in that hole in the ground or in the toilet.
Right.
Either one works for me.
Right. Both of them have flushers.
Yeah,
Um,
but yeah.
So what did you like to do growing up? What did you like to do for fun?
That's interesting. You know, I used to like to. I mean, I was always sports, so I hooped.
You hooped?
Like, I'm trying to go through all of the stages of thing, but I was always into sports. I never watched cartoons.
You never watch cartoons?
Never watched cartoons.
Oh man.
Like when people be having like old school cartoon conversations, I just sit
Yeah.
there. I obviously
Why
seen
did you
cartoons.
did you hate drawings as a kid?
When
Were
I
you
was small, I used to, but then once I realized I didn't like it, I just stopped.
Okay. So what age is that? What age are you done? So Fox Kids, so you grow up, you wake up in the Saturday morning, you don't watch cartoons. What do you do?
Go try to go outside and play basketball, football,
Dang.
tag. Go try to do stuff.
Dang. This is what I imagine Russell Westbrook's life is like.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. This you know what I'm saying?
real
Like, yo,
intense.
I just wake up and then I want to play, you know?
Yeah. Nah, I like I remember cartoons. Like I remember
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles and X-Men but I just never was like super into it. Like
So, okay, when you met other kids, what did y'all talk about? Because I feel like for me, that was always the entry. If I sing the Animaniacs song, I got a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if I talk about, you know,
yeah.
DuckTales, People Go Down the Hole, Spider-Man, Batman, whatever, I'm bonding.
This is the middle. Video games.
Mm,
I was super into video games. So I would play the Ninja Turtle games,
okay.
but I just wouldn't really watch cartoons.
Got you.
Yeah. So it's like video games and like action, like going to do stuff.
Okay.
But I would like watch basketball and football and boxing and baseball. Like I would just sit there and watch when I was young. And that had my interest way more than cartoons.
Really? I used to
Yeah.
be so bored watching basketball until I reached a certain age. Really until middle school. Then I was like way more into it. But at first I would play, like it would be on and I'd be in the room, but I wouldn't be like watching it.
If I tell you this, you got to promise not to tell nobody.
Okay.
Michael Jordan retired in 1993.
I had to break it to you. Michael Jordan came back.
Well, I didn't know that he was coming back.
Yeah, he came back in 90. He played baseball, then he came back
I
in
didn't notice at
95.
the time.
Yeah.
At the time, I was unaware that
Okay.
he was gonna do such a thing.
Okay.
But I remember my dad was on the couch and I was laying on the floor watching like this. When the press conference, when he said, when I lose the sense to prove something as a basketball player, I think it's time for me to move away from the game of basketball. And he had the suit on,
Damn,
and I
that's what he
remember
said?
crying, like, Michael Jordan's not playing basketball anymore.
Wow.
It was like the worst news I could have got. And when
Yeah.
Mike retired, I was probably 7 years old.
Mm.
It was the worst news, the absolute worst news I could have possibly received that day. You could have told me the ice cream man is retiring. I said, I don't need ice cream. But Michael Jordan ain't playing basketball no more. What is this about? I didn't think it was possible for Michael Jordan not to play basketball no more.
Mm.
I thought Michael Jordan and basketball were the same thing.
Mm.
That's how 7-year-olds think.
See, I'm slightly younger, so at that time I'm just like, I guess,
Yeah.
yeah. his dad just got murdered. I guess,
Yeah.
I got a Dream Team poster. All them guys, they bouncing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Magic's out of here.
Magic's
Birds out of
Birds
here.
out.
Jordan's out of here. It's up to the rest of the poster.
It's up to the rest of the post.
Christian Laettner, Ewan.
Step your game
Y'all
up.
better step it up, Charles Barkley.
I had the cup. The Dream Team cup.
Yeah.
I had the poster.
Yeah.
And then I had a Isaiah Thomas basketball. It was red and blue. It said Zeke.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just into that, man. I was into, like, I remember when Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas. I had a similar reaction. Like, I didn't think it was possible for Mike Tyson to lose a fight.
So I used to get the hook part, like Mike Tyson. I was a little kid. There's like a picture of me when I was like maybe 4 years old with the hook, and then after the trial, I wasn't allowed to get the hook anymore.
That's where your parents drew the line?
That's where my parents drew the line.
No pun intended.
You can get parts on the side. If you want a part, you can get a part, but you can't get a hook anymore.
Did you ever watch the Mike Tyson documentary?
I've watched several.
Yeah,
I've watched several Mike Tyson documentaries. I've watched Mike Tyson documentaries from then. I've watched Mike Tyson documentaries from like 10 years ago, and I've watched like current ones.
Have you ever met Mike Tyson?
I've never met Mike Tyson.
I met Mike Tyson.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's he like?
He was great. He's real chill.
Yeah?
Like, so we did a show together.
Okay.
We did a thing for kids. We was at a junior high school in Stockton. And it was me and Mike Tyson just talking to the youth. And I was
really?
like, that's what I said, bro.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because it was like me and Mike Tyson like telling kids about making the right choices. And I said, was Bobby Brown busy? Well, who put this together? This is terrible booking. But man, the organization that put it together was a Christian organization.
Okay.
So they kind of
Mike Tyson's is he a Christian at this time?
Mike's very spiritual. This was probably 10 years ago. No.
Is he still a Muslim?
Maybe 8 years ago.
Didn't he convert to Islam?
He did in jail, from what I understand. Yeah. No, he wasn't talking that. This is what I'll say. They asked us not to talk about religion.
Okay.
Be clean, but don't
Sounds
talk
like
about
he
religion.
was still involved in what he was involved in, but they wanted to book Mike Tyson. Hey, don't bring up religion, and we won't have any problems. Don't talk about it, and then we good.
But I think it was more for us, the organization.
Got you.
Mike told this story, and he's like, I just, when I was at the top of the height of my fame, and I was just getting all this money, and I was the champion, and nobody could tell me anything, and I had everything. I had Rolls Royces, and I had tigers, and women, and more women than I could possibly imagine. But there was still like this emptiness, like I still felt this hole. And I kept trying to fill the hole, and I thought I would fill it with the girls and the cars, but the hole couldn't be filled. He was talking about God. What he was saying was there's a spot for God, and I was trying to fill it with everything else other than God. And until I found God, I always felt empty.
Dang.
Yeah, it was very interesting hearing Mike talk about that.
Because I feel like if I had a hole, a tiger could probably fill it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got
It-
pet tiger. That's a lot. That's
it-
a lot you got to go through.
It did for Joe Exotic.
Yeah. Keep your head up, Joe Exotic. You know what I'm saying? We
Did
know
you watch
out there.
Tiger King?
Of course I watched Tiger King.
Now this is the question. Did you watch part 2?
I didn't watch part 2.
This has been a thing. I don't know anybody who's watched part 2.
Right.
And everybody was super locked in on part 1.
Super locked in on part 1. Wrote sketches about it. Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I think my theory is correct that at that point in the pandemic, we would have watched anything.
We would have watched anything.
And we did.
And we did. But also, we all found something that was good. Because we didn't know about it. Part of the appeal of the Tiger King is the mystery of what is the Tiger King.
Okay.
So now you coming into part 2, you know Joe Exotic, you know Carol Baskin, you know all the players. There's not really a mystery. Now you're just getting additional information.
Fair.
You know.
Is there anything else you can think of that you enjoyed part 1 of so much and had zero interest in the sequel?
Enjoyed is a tough adjective.
Oh,
to
you
put
did not
on it.
enjoy Tiger King?
No. But what I'm saying is, I also didn't see the 2nd and 3rd season of Surviving R. Kelly.
Okay.
And I watched the first one all the way through. And then I was like, I don't know if I need the updates.
Right. But you didn't enjoy Surviving R. Kelly?
I don't think you should say that. No, I didn't enjoy Surviving R. Kelly.
But did you enjoy Tiger King?
There were parts of Tiger King that were fun. There were other parts that were like dark and sad. And
But overall,
as a documentary, it was great.
okay, cool. So we're not saying that about Surviving R. Kelly. We're saying Tiger King was great. We had
As a documentary.
yeah.
But you don't have to, like, I've watched documentaries all the time that aren't in like fun, but they're like informative.
Just
Don't pick up the phone.
Right. But I'm trying to think of something just for myself that I was so locked in on and had just no interest in watching the part 2. Like zero. Whatsoever.
Empire.
I was not locked in on Empire.
Okay. All right. Some of us were locked in, and then some of us got unlocked.
Yeah. But Empire is something people just stop watching.
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like imagine if you like Saw,
Saw's cool.
right?
Not a big horror guy, but Saw's
Me
cool.
neither. But I seen the first Saw,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I used to collect DVDs. Back when DVDs, I used to collect, like I had like crazy DVDs.
Yeah.
I used to buy DVDs just because I heard they was good. I have like think of the biggest sneakerheads, you know, that's how I had DVDs.
Okay.
So I would just buy them. Wouldn't
Yeah.
watch them all the time, but then sometimes you get, okay, let me put this in.
Somebody broke up with you because you had too many DVDs?
Nah.
That's what
having
sneakerheads. That's what they be going through.
DVDs ain't expensive.
They don't take as much space.
Nah, and
Yeah.
they're not expensive as
What is this? What is this small envelope coming to the house?
Hey, now-
You got to get your priorities together.
yeah. Travis Scott ones in the Saw collection is a different price range.
I can't go to Walmart without you jumping in that bin.
That $5 bin. Oh my goodness! I used to be digging in the $5 bin.
Come on, once they start putting movies on the back of other movies, that's when we should have known it was almost over.
It's almost
when it was
over.
like, yeah, no, we got Fame on one side,
Yeah.
Purple Rain on the other side. Like these movies not even related.
You don't watch Soul Food?
Yeah,
What about Wedding to Exhale?
yeah. What about Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the Fighting Temptations? We got. Like, I ain't gonna get no bonus features with
12
this.
Years a Slave, Schindler's List.
Yo, that's a sick combo.
But so I would just buy all these DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I was home by myself. I don't do horror movies either.
Okay,
I don't do horror movies, bro.
I do them because the ladies like them, but yeah,
I don't do horror movies,
I don't
dog.
seek horror movies.
I don't do horror movies, dog.
Yeah.
I ain't know Saw was a horror movie.
You scared?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, make whatever sound effect you need. Yes, I do not do scary movies. No. That's when I will watch a cartoon after a scary movie.
Yeah.
Put some Looney Tunes on. Let's brighten the mood up in here. Let's turn some let's So anyway, I'm watching Saw.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at the end when he got up, I was like, oh. It was so I was kind of scared, but I was more just like intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
I watched part 2 immediately after.
Okay.
And then after maybe 5, I was like, okay, this is stupid.
Got you.
But I think I got through the first. Once it was like it was a new Jigsaw and he was trained. I was like, yeah, this.
Yeah.
Then I think Chris Rock came along.
That's Spiral. That's like a prequel or something else they did.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I heard about it.
Let him go. Let him go. Yeah.
But yeah, I was just thinking about that, and I'm trying to think of something that like I was just into, and then I was like, no, thank you.
So when Blu-ray, HG, DVD started coming around, what did you do? Streaming there, what did you do? Like, where are all these DVDs now?
I gave them away.
You just gave them away?
Gave them all away. Yeah, gave them all away. And I gave them to a comedy club. I gave them to Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento. So, because they got the condo where comics stay.
Mm-hmm.
So she got all the DVDs there, or the ones she wanted.
Okay.
So it's like, so they got the DVD player at the condo, and comics can watch DVDs. Yeah, every movie, take them all. Don't need them.
Do you like the comedy condo when you go on the road and stuff?
I don't go to any clubs that have comedy condos. Not that I wouldn't.
Excuse me.
It's not that I wouldn't. I've never been in a comedy condo.
You never been in a comedy condo? As a feature and got in a small room?
Nah. I've been in the comedy condo in Sac because I had friends who were there, and they was like, come to the condo, and we just playing video games.
But that's going home to your own bed.
Yeah.
That ain't the same as like, hey, who been in this bed?
Nah, I've never experienced that. I know it exists, and I heard it's disgusting.
It's crazy.
But nah, I ain't never had it. I've always had a hotel. Or been at somebody's house I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
A king.
Where was the worst one at?
The weirdest one was like it was in Virginia. I want to say maybe Norfolk, and it was like
A lot of weird things.
Upstairs of this old lady's house. It was like staying at a grandmother's house.
It was like duplex.
So it's like your bed is like this huge old school bed, but you got a TV, it's got cable, and then you got a bunch of VHS tapes.
I would have gave him DVDs.
Yeah, nah, but they like everything's wood grain. The TV's wood grain. Like you just like in the past. And also, like this lady can't hear. You don't really know. Am I waking her up when I get back home? You know, yeah. Can I bring people over? You know, can I smoke outside this lady's house? I don't know.
I don't want to bring people over there. Nah. I'll see you when I come back in town, baby. This ain't really a comfortable space.
Yeah.
I really don't like me having people over here at the club, but they'll fire me if they knew I had somebody in here. I'll be watching. I seen one of those documentaries. That's talking about the comedy condos.
Oh yeah, I remember one where like Todd Glass was in the condo and stuff.
And they was showing.
Yeah.
And it was like you'll come in and be like, you can see where they masturbated. You like, what?
Yeah. Different time pre Me Too. They was just out here wilding in the condos.
Open the freezer and be like, look. They said they was talking about the grossest thing. There's like people like pee in the ice trays just to like fuck with people.
Right. They let a lot of whack stuff like that are not jokes get off in those days. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff in comedy where it's like, this is whack. That's that baseball humor.
Yeah.
You see the baseball players and they're like, I filled his car up with popcorn. And it's like, who is this funny to? Who is this for?
It's hilarious to somebody.
Right.
I'm talking about hilarious.
Baseball players should be, oh man, I just hit him in the face with some shaving cream on a towel. You know, it's like, what time period are y'all from?
Are you a fan of pranks at all?
I'm a fan of pranks. I do have parameters. I do like finding out soon that the prank is over.
Oh, you don't like the lingering?
Don't linger. Don't have a prank last weeks, months.
Like it's your baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Don't do that. Because I've had some traumatic stuff happen around April Fool's Day, and I just, didn't react fast enough because I assumed it was an April Fool's joke.
Yeah. I'm not into pranks.
Yeah.
I don't like them. I mean, sometimes. I mean, there's exceptions to everything, I guess, but just prank humor is not. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh. I always every now and then I'll meet somebody, they'll be like, "Oh, you're a comedian, man? You should do pranks, dog.
Yeah.
You should you should be out there pranking people.
You don't see all these people in Walmart you could be pushing down? You ain't trying to make it.
Whenever I tried to get some pranks off at Walmart, it was not the day to play with people. I don't know if I didn't pick the right Walmart, if I just had the demeanor of like, hey, you ain't about to get no prank off on me. But I do commend the commitment of some of the people that do pranks and whatnot.
You gotta go to Target.
Target's getting more ratchet though by the day.
Yeah, but
the cat's out the bag about Target.
But it's not. It hasn't reached Walmart yet.
Yeah.
If this was basketball, and Ratchet was the NBA, and Target is the big three.
Okay, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I feel like Ice Cube would really love this example.
Yeah, it's something different. They're never gonna get to that. It's something different. It could be a version of Ratchet, but it ain't that.
Yeah.
This is 5-on-5. James Naismith Ratchet.
Got you. What's Walmart like in Sac? Is it like the South where you could parking lot pimp at Walmart? Are there any clubs connected to a Walmart or any like, barbershops or like?
What is Walmart like in Sac is one of the funniest questions I've ever heard in my life.
That's what we do here. We ask funny questions,
What is Walmart like
in the
Sac?
South, you can go places and Walmart is that's the it place to go.
Walmart used to be that until
they're not 24 hours everywhere anymore.
That's the exact thing until they stop being 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because you can literally go get dressed and go by the TVs and go get you a date.
Right.
Go stand by the TVs.
Right.
But now they close.
It's well lit. You're seeing everything. Like a Walmart light is the opposite of the club lights.
100%.
Like the club lights are deceptive. The Walmart light is designed for you to see everything.
It's designed for you to see what's really going on out here, baby gal.
Yeah, you want to get a good look at somebody, bring them to Walmart.
Bring them to Walmart. And if you want to see somebody in a relationship, because you won't just walk through Walmart with anybody.
Right.
If you walk through Walmart with somebody, especially around holiday time, you don't know who you going to see in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's a lot of Walmarts in Sac.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of Walmarts out there.
Okay.
So even like, people say stuff like, I'm going to go to the nice Walmart.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is that?
No, I know exactly what that means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The nice Walmart.
Okay.
The lens crafter is actually open.
Okay. They're not. Listen,
like it's people getting glasses there.
The nicest Walmart in Sacramento.
They got a beauty shop.
Is not in Sacramento.
All right, where's it at?
It's like in Folsom.
Okay, I don't even know what that is.
You remember Tommy T's?
I never been to Tommy T's.
Really?
Yeah.
You been in Pleasanton?
I don't think so.
The Bay Area.
Bay Area.
You never been to Tommy T's in the Bay Area?
Nah. I would love to go.
Okay. Noted. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
I'll make sure you get to Tommy T's.
Yeah,
I had no idea. So there's still a Tommy T's in Pleasanton. That's the main Tommy T's.
Okay.
Then there was one and it was in Sacramento, but it was actually in Rancho Cordova. But technically it was in Rancho, but it was pretty much in Folsom.
Okay.
So if you go a few exits past that Tommy T's, there's a Walmart out there. And that's like the nicest Walmart that I've seen. It's a nice Goodwill over there too. You find like some nice stuff.
What do you look for in a nice Walmart? What does a nice Walmart have that a regular Walmart doesn't have?
When they don't check your receipts.
Okay, no highlighter at the front, no pen. They just trust you.
Yeah, and I don't even show my receipt. I just keep walking. What you gonna do?
Right.
I ain't committing no crime.
Yeah.
And if I did, I'm definitely not gonna show you my receipt. I just stole. Oh, I'll show you my receipt. I'm a thief. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is how I get away with it, by walking out. Yeah.
I think the receipt thing is more if you got a big item.
Nah, they checking all receipts.
If you got a TV,
They checking all receipts.
Yeah.
They want to see it. And I'm walking out. And when you walk, they don't stop you. They just check the next one.
I locked my keys in my car at a Walmart one time. That's kind of the best place for that to happen.
There's a lot of people who can help you get that out.
There's a lot of people that help you get that out. Also, plenty of stuff to do while you're waiting on that help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you tell somebody you lock the keys in your car at Walmart, they say, I can get them out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to steal your car, but you here now, so just, can I get $20?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's well worth it. It's less cheaper than a locksmith.
Yeah.
Why do they call it a locksmith?
I don't know. I think maybe at one time Smith meant expert.
Is that true?
I don't know. Maybe it was a dude's last name Smith, and it was just Brandon. It was like, it's called a locksmith.
Yeah, because a smith could have been an expert, and then you be telling chicks like, yo, I'm a dick smith. You might want to call me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not a comedian, I'm a joke smith. Ha-ha Smith.
Ha-ha Smith.
This is great. Inconsistent.
Yeah.
Podcast Smith.
The Inconsistent Podcast Smith.
You're a podcast Smith.
For sure. 100%.
I mean, we're figuring out the world's mysteries right now at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You ever lock anything up?
Oh, you want to hear a crazy story?
No. Yeah, I want to hear a crazy story, Lance. Hit me with it.
I live across the street and 10 steps away from a firehouse.
Okay.
Firefighters.
Like a really cool house? Oh, firefighters. Got you.
Firefighters.
Like, yo, that house is fire.
That house fire, son. Nah, it's like a fire station. Like,
okay. Yeah.
Literally, like, if I walk from my front door, if I walk out 20 steps,
okay,
I'm at the fire station. I lock my keys in my car while the car's running. All right, cool. So then I'm calling then you like, okay, you can get your insurance to come, but they going to do what they do with the insurance. Call the locksmith. Boom, light bulb. Why don't I just go to the fire station, have them come get
your car.
Not even, they do the gym, right? They do the thing and they get the keys out.
Oh, they got one of those?
They got one of those. So I go 20 steps.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers get on the fire truck. Turn the lights on.
Okay.
Make a whole
That's a
scene.
charge. That's a charge. Now you getting billed.
They hanging off the side.
Get out of here.
I promise you. 9 of them came. Got the keys out. All right, you good. All my neighbors coming out looking like, what's going on? What's happening?
Oh, man.
They thought it was a real thing happening.
Either that or they wanted you to never lose your keys again. Don't think because you live here that you could just use us for non-emergencies. We about to make an example out of you. Nobody in your building about to lock nothing and then walk across the street in 10 steps and ask us to unlock anything because we turn these sirens on. We using this ladder. We're going to use a hose if we have to, and then you're going to get a bill in the mail.
I never thought about it like that.
Mm-hmm. They try to teach you a lesson.
They didn't charge me nothing. I thought they was just really bored. That was my side.
That might be it. They might have been bored too.
I said, oh, they don't have anything else to do. They was like, oh, we got something to do, and everybody from the station was like, yeah, let's go, let's get out of here, and that's what happened. They
That's
came
crazy.
9 deep. It's okay. Move, cone and stuff all literally, and went, opened the door, and said, got it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, Lance, anything you want to tell the people, anything you want to promote to the world?
Oh man, we just getting started, man. So let's just talk about life.
Okay.
I
love life.
Yeah. Martin,
Eddie, Bernie.
Guy Torrey.
Come on.
Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah. Sanaa Lathan.
There's more.
Yeah.
Names are slipping me right now. Rick James.
Casey and JoJo.
Rick James.
Rick James is in life.
Forget about Rick James.
I told someone that Rick James was in life while he was on the screen.
Really?
That's how unrecognizable Rick James was to some people in life. I was like, that's Rick James right there.
Oh, okay. You're saying now, not when you first seen it.
No.
I was gonna say you good if you did that.
No, he had just gotten out of jail. I don't think a lot of people had seen him at that point. Yeah, he got out in like '98. Life came out in '99. Yeah.
Rick James is one of my favorite artists.
Yeah. Rick James is great.
Yeah,
you talk about crazy stories.
Yeah,
that's what Rick James is all about.
You should get him on the podcast.
I hate to break this to you.
Hey man, follow me on everything I got going on. You'll see online. Sir Lance Woods on all your social media.
Come on, Sir Lance Woods.
Sir
great
Lance
basketball
Woods.
content, great comedy content, constantly putting up jokes online, constantly talking about what's going on with his favorite team and everything else in the world. You'll definitely enjoy the world through Lance's lens. Thanks for coming on the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Hayes.
Thank you for having me, Rob Hayes, the podcast Smith.
Come on. If you guys are in Lansing, Wisconsin, come out to see my show at the theater there. Also, I'll be in Charleston October 14th. So come through to that if you can. I don't know. There'll be details on my website.
When does this come out? Like as far as not just, like how long? Like if this is today, will this be out in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
This might be out in 3 weeks, unless you need it earlier.
No, I was just
then it could come out before that.
Okay, yeah. Nah. I was just curious. When you start saying dates, I was like, right. Oh yeah, I didn't know.
You want to say some dates?
I mean, I'll be at the Tampa Improv, Baltimore Comedy Factory, Atlanta Comedy Theater, Crest Theater in Sacramento. Oh, another theater in San Francisco with Roy Wood Jr. I just don't know the name of the theater. St. Louis Helium. That's why Sir Lance Woods.
No condos.
No condos.
All those shows, no condos. My man staying in hotels, keeping up with key cards.
That's it.
Okay? Going to the front desk. Hey, I demagnetized this. Remagnetize that, bro.
You know what you got to do? When you come back after the show, before you go up to your room, you got to stop by the gym and see if your key card works.
Okay.
Because once you go back upstairs, get to your room, and then it don't work, you just want to lay on the floor. You don't feel like going back down.
I got you.
So you just check it while you're there. Boop. Oh, it's still working. Okay, cool. I'll go up to my room now.
I was in Arizona. The gym was pretty far. I had to go outside to go to the gym. I was like, yo, this gym is in a different building. Whose gym is this?
Yeah. You feel like,
I don't think this gym belongs to this hotel.
Yeah. That's tough. That's enough to not make you want to work out.
Right.
Yeah, that was a double negative, but I think you know what I meant.
I know exactly what you meant. This has been the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Hayes, and we out.
This was great, Rob.
Yeah, thanks for doing it.
Give it to me, baby.